So my name is Deepak Doshi, and I'm the CMD of Star Henson Coatings Private Limited. We are a 18-year-old company in India as a joint venture. The joint venture is between Star Paint and Oil Industries, which is a 85-year-old company, and Henson Coatings is a US company, which is a 101-year-old company. So we are a joint venture where Henson is having an equity participation in the Indian company in Mumbai.
So you have been in the industry for quite a decade now.
Yes.
Moving towards the services and from
products.
paints to varnishes to defense and aerospace coatings, can you give me a brief about
I
it?
do that. So these are all paints which are approved by the OE. Okay, so like you have a Bombardier, you are a Embraer, you have Boeing, you have Airbus. So these types of, and they are all approved by different specifications. So these are the aerospace standards, and these are the defense standards. So we are in India from last about 12 to 14 years in defense as well as aerospace. So we have aircraft paints, interior, exterior, both of them.
Tell me into details about the paints and varnishes.
Yes.
Where does it come from? What is the sources that you
Yes.
inculcate into your business?
So what happens is that there are different performing paints. These paints, generally we have a concept that paint is something very decorative.
Right.
Okay, these are not decorative paints. These are performance paints. And we also include in this warfare paints. On the defense side, if you see, that one is a K9 Vajra tank. These are Bharat Electronics and those your radars.
Right.
Okay, so first of all the paint is stripped and you have something like a primer which is applied, which is a very strong anti-corrosive thing. Then after that it goes on to having the top coats as per the livery, which I will take you around. You can come
Sure.
here and I'll show you. What happens is you have approvals. We have different types of approvals. So these are the approvals which only we have it in India. People claim over there that okay, we are approved to this, but then you have to go to a website from US military and put in the number, and you'll find how many people are actually up.
So you're officially
We are
on
officially on the QPL list. Then these are the aircrafts which these are the what you call corporate aircrafts.
Got it.
Okay, so they are used for the company directly for themselves.
the list. So you're
Now,
into all the top companies.
Yes, and if you see this particular Adani aircraft, this is the toughest to paint. Reason being, it has 7 colors, and which are actually merging with each other.
Oh, so these are not
Not very easy
yeah,
to do.
exactly.
So here, the paint itself is tough, and the painting also is very tough. So these are the things. The whole Reliance fleet is with us. Adani fleet is with us. We have L&T's fleet with us. L&T aircrafts are painted with us. Many more corporates, and things. And in the commercial airlines, of course, SpiceJet, my largest customer, till Jet Airways was there, was full Jet Airways fleet was with us.
Since you are into the coatings and the paints and the varnish,
Yeah.
sector, I want to know sustainability about these. Like, sustainability is one of the key component right now, and it's into focus. How is your company inculcating that into your business?
See, that is already tested by those standards which I just showed you. Okay, you will not get those standards until and unless you are sustainable. And the next part of this is on the back side. You can come
Okay.
from any
Come
which
from
ways.
there.
So we also have interior coatings. Now the specialty of interior coating is the top FAR 25 burn test. Any particular interior coating has to pass the burn test. So if at all any passenger inside the civil aircrafts, okay, passenger aircraft, if there is a fire, they should not die only because of the fire. Sometimes the fire flame is not there and fire is there. You can die because of the smoke.
Right.
So the smoke test is done, burn test is done. This will not burn. These paints should not burn.
Okay.
Okay, and it should be. So it is different from the one which I showed you in the front. Outside paint and inside paint are
Got
two
it.
different ball games.
So you're also playing a
Into
part in the
interior.
safety
Yes.
part of
Yeah.
the
So this
AV.
is your question, answer to your sustainability thing
Yeah,
also.
I think so. You have ticked the mark of sustainability till now. Now, talking about the India's initiatives of
Make in
Make in India and the Atmanirbhar Bharat, the self-reliant India. I want to know a quick thought about that. from you.
Absolutely. So we are qualified for Make in India. It's an Indo-US joint venture wherein The Indian company is holding 51%.
Okay.
The American company is holding 49%, which is very rare. And we did this 15 years ago when there was nothing like Make in India. Make in India concept came after the Modi government.
Right.
We had preempted that because we were working with HAL, we were working for indigenization. We have awards for indigenization under the Russian aircrafts. So our parent company is as per GHOST specification, which are Russian standards. These are American standards. We have a unit wherein we have two separate factories within the same compound.
Any future plans of making everything in India?
It's already been done. There's now 60% Indian in raw material, in whatever productions we do. Now we have, and step by step we are doing it. So Make in India program also has 3 stages. Make in India 1 is 30% of it should be made in India. Make in India 2 is 60%, more than 50% should be made in India. And Make in India 3 is 60% plus TOT, transfer of technology, something which you tried to mention. We have the TOT and we are manufacturing most of the items over here. There's just one item which is patented in USA.
Okay.
Okay, that cannot be manufactured except that one plant. Rest of all we already have it.
I think then you are ticking all my marks before I could, counter question you. Since you are at Emaaro South Asia Summit 2025 and this is day 2 of it, I want to know what kind of response did you receive on day 1? How was it? The confidence, the conversations that you had with people, how is the networking going on, any new partnerships that we might be able to see in the next coming months or years?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you to Emaaro Asia and Emaaro India. Thank you to the
Emaaro Expo
Aerospace
India.
Media Group.
Yeah.
We've already ticked the box for the 26.
Yeah, I saw. I
Already
think
saw.
you were the first one to sign.
Yeah, I've done stall number also is 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've already done that. And looking at the networking, this is a very high-powered footfall.
Right.
So only who's are there. So only those who have actually worked are here, which is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So like if you go to an Aero India or a Defense Expo, there'll be 5,000 people coming in, and 50 might be useful to you.
Right.
Here it's all filter, so which is something which I
Yeah.
like very much. Everybody, partnerships. We may partner with Air India, we may partner with AISL, we may partner with Good Sale.
Wow.
So their talks are going on. Let's see by next year when we come
I'm
back.
going to congratulate you in advance because I'm sure you'll get all of them.
Thank you so much.
Coming towards the agenda of India, where India's market is targeting to achieve the $4 billion industry by 2030. So I want to know what is your thought on that and how your company is going to be a part of it.
Beautiful question. This is very much doable because the number of aircrafts which are here is very, very small per capita, compared to the world.
Right.
And with the Modi government coming up for 200 airports coming in, the Udan thing coming in, connecting the smaller, tier 2-3 cities.
Right.
So you have huge number of aircraft coming in, both by Indigo and Air India,
Right.
and there will be definitely some more coming in.
Recently, we opened in Vadodara.
That is the Tata Airbus.
Yeah.
That is again we are already part of it because of our mil-spec approvals.
Right.
So these things are not coming in. Then Boeing itself is setting up its own MRO. We are having Mian in Nagpur coming up in a big way now. Bangalore we are coming up in a big way with Boeing. Tata, it's also Air India is coming up with its own MRO. So a lot of things are happening, and a lot of work will be coming to India. As of now, even companies like SpiceJet has to send its aircraft outside for painting.
Right.
We don't have a paint MRO over here,
True.
except Airworks has one paint booth,
Yeah.
and maybe Air India, which I don't know if those booths are transferred to Air India or it's remaining with the government. But those are the things. There are only 3-4 paint booths, paint MROs which are there in India.
Right.
So there is a large scope. It can happen and it will happen. Nobody can stop it.
So I think India is, I think, on the right path of achieving what they are trying to aim, and I think this event, the Emaaro South Asia Summit, will help bring that idea a little more closer.
I'll go one step further and say that this is what, from 5th or 6th MRO? 6th MRO. So it is the Emaaro Asia or Emaaro India, whatever, which has triggered this. The word is triggered. So if people have come together today, it's because of this sustainable, size growth. You see the chart of the 7th one,
Right.
the square feet has increased.
Yes.
So I'm sure that's all going to get filled up like this,
Yeah,
and the
and
next show will be much larger than this.
Yeah, I am sure the next year we'll have a even bigger booth and an even bigger space for you to collaborate, have insightful conversations with people, and make new partnerships.
Dhruva, you are so directly on the spot. If you go and see that board, we've already doubled the square feet.
Oh, wonderful! And then I'll see you next year with a bigger booth. And thank you so much for your time and had a wonderful conversation with you. So all the best to you and your company.
Thank you.